review of Friday the 13th versus Dead by Daylight, even though it's obvious Friday the 13th is better.
Not obvious.
It's pretty obvious for what it is. Okay, which game has more players?
I like the players in Dead by Daylight better.
But who has the more players?
Dead by Daylight.
Who has more players?
Dead by Daylight.
No. You want them to. That's a difference between they do or you want them to.
Oh hey, that Koius.
I don't care.
Why don't you care about him?
Because we gotta finish our freaking review.
You don't have to.
Okay, we're just gonna have to decide right now which one's better, Friday the 13th or Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight.
Friday the 13th.
Now what do we do?
Okay, we're gonna finish the review. We're gonna have to finish with gameplay. We have to continue where we left off. The games are very similar with gameplay. But the Friday the 13th gives you more ways to play, survive. It even gives you ways to escape in many different ways. But at least in Friday the 13th, when you're the killer, you feel vulnerable. It gives you something else that you know what that one thing that gives you that Dead by Daylight doesn't?
What?
Fear.
I don't know about that, cause I once seen Michael Myers staring at me once. I didn't even know.
No, I said when you're the killer, it gives you fear that you can die in Friday the 13th.
Not really though, cause it's so hard.
No,
And if you know, you can see it happening.
But what if you're never around and every time you try to go look at something, it's already done?
I mean, yeah, you can die as the killer, but I mean, it doesn't happen that often at all. It only happens.
But whenever you're Jason Voorhees, you feel invincible. Besides that little bitty percent that you're gonna die, but in Dead by Daylight, you just feel like I can't die. But at least in Friday the 13th, you have a very, very bad chance to die. You have that bad chance to die, and you just don't want to.
That is true, but I don't know. I never think about it whenever I'm Jason.
Because you always feel like you keep focusing on the killer and you need to kill everybody. That's the big difference between the killers on Dead by Daylight, but I gave you the obvious thing. Gameplay wise, Friday the 13th is fast, but that's the problem. If it's too fast, people are not going to like it because then they're going to get frustrated. People will get frustrated and quit. You know that's kind of the world we live in. What do you really think they want it to be slow where they can actually enjoy themselves, or fast-paced where they can't enjoy themselves until it's too late?
That's an interesting statement.
You love showing off on this game. Everybody does whenever they're Jason.
What, me?
Yes.
I don't show off.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Everybody loves to talk trash after they've done a really good job as Jason.
What makes you say I do?
Every time you were Jason, we were yelling at you, and you just had a big old grin on your face. And at least whenever it's not completely obvious who the killer is. That's another good thing about this game. It's fun whenever you don't know who the killer is. It's fun whenever you get to be Jason.
Oh God, what am I gonna do?
But at least you still have fun whenever it's about to choose for you. You could say that we've had more fun just thinking about who's gonna be Jason the entire time one of us was a killer. Because I'm just gonna say, I like Dead by Daylight, but I know Friday the 13th was based off of Dead by Daylight's design and basically its gameplay, but Friday the 13th gave it this little bitty edge where it's like, if you see Jason, you're like, oh, I know that guy. He has a reason to kill these people. But then on Dead by Daylight, these killers they're pretty much cliches of other killers.
Sorta. I mean, they each have their own thing too.
But they're mostly based off of other killers. Some killers do have their own thing, like the Doctor's his own thing. The Hag's their own thing. They're their own thing, but they're way too similar to other killers. The Hillbilly's based off of Leatherface. The Trapper's based off of Jason Voorhees. The Hag and the Wrath, everybody says, looks like Freddy Krueger or acts like Freddy Krueger, or their main powers are based off of Freddy Krueger.
Is true.
And the Doctor is pretty much what every single horror story ever tries to make them look like. All the scary stories between all this different stuff is pretty much based off of every single scary story ever.
Oh my god, it's about to get me.
I'm fixing up this car, and then we just gotta get keys.
I think I put that on right.
Tell me if he gets you.
He's still around right now.
Yeah, he's around you. I see him. Oh.
Thank God it actually fit.
Dang it, I was fixing a car. It's free XP, but still. We're gonna keep getting leveled up, which is good, but we need more XP. So...
I have to end my stream.
Why? I'm hungry.
Yep, that's reason enough, I feel like.
Fine, I'll keep mine going just so we'll have an actual video.
Alright. Good luck, Jason.
Tell me, are you gonna leave right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish the review right now. With the honest opinion of both of us, I will tell you when you get back the final verdict. I will talk to the people that are gonna watch this. As soon as you get back, I will tell you.
What, you're waiting for my verdict?
Where'd you go?
I'm leaving, I'm gonna go eat. What?
Okay, when you get back, I'll tell you the final verdict.
When I get back?
Yes.
You know what? I think I'm ready to give the final verdict right now.
Okay, the final verdict of this review, which is, it's a very hard decision. They're both very similar, and if you say either one, everybody in the comments are just gonna say, oh, why are you saying this if it's so similar to this on Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th? So, it's a very hard thing to say, but if I had to be completely honest on this review, the final verdict of Friday the 13th versus Dead by Daylight, I still have to give it to Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I got Friday the 13th first, and I loved it. That was all I played, but once I went to Dead by Daylight, that's all I played now, and I just can't even go back to Friday the 13th. I feel like I don't know what happened,
You
but
only say
it
Dead by
sucks.
Daylight because you have been addicted to it for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm playing right now. And it has me like stuck just playing that. I don't know. Sort of like what Friday the 13th did to me, but I guess now Dead by Daylight is having its time.
Oh God, what am I gonna do?
Jason?
What?
Hello. Are you still streaming?
I'm about to finish it.
Oh, okay.
The final verdict of Dead by Daylight versus Friday the 13th. As much as I hate to say it, I have to be brutally honest. Dead by Daylight has to take it. Dead by Daylight is a little bit better than Friday the 13th. I have to.
What made you come to that decision?
Dead by Daylight came out 2 years before Friday the 13th. It's basically the same thing. You just don't like Dead by Daylight because you get scared and it's too fast for you.
Oh no, I love Dead
No,
by
my
Daylight.
dad.
Oh.
My dad likes Friday the 13th because it's slow paced for him to play.
Yeah, true. Unless Jason's next to you in the beginning.
So, I think it's kind of a tie between these two.
I guess. Yeah, if you're a fan of the other one or the other, I think you'll like the other one.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. This entire time we've been leading up to this verdict, we're gonna have to call it into a tie. This entire time we've been building up to this final verdict against Friday the 13th versus Dead by Daylight. It's a tie. You can like Friday the 13th, you can like Dead by Daylight. They're so similar, it's too hard to say which one's better. It's too hard. Like, if you say you like Friday the 13th, there's gonna be something about Dead by Daylight that's specifically so similar. Why don't you like it on Dead by Daylight? So, you can like whichever one you like better, but to me and Melfinks, they're both pretty much equally better in their own ways. So you can say whatever you want, you can talk as much trash on a game as you want. It's your life, man. Life is short. Life is short, man. Just kill people on Friday the 13th or Dead by Daylight. Do whatever you want. Whichever game it is, you're gonna have a very fun time ripping out jaws, ripping off heads. It's a hell of a lot of fun to kill some people on a horror game based off of psychopaths that were drowned in water, abused as a child, or just murdered in their own specific ways.
Whoa.
So that was Dead by Daylight versus Dead by Daylight versus Friday the 13th. What do you think? Put it in the comments below and tell us what you think, and we will consider maybe doing a part 2 to this, but we're probably not going to.
Yeah, let us know. That would be awesome.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell Melfix right off the bat. I've been playing on a lot of video game reviews. The next review on a game we're gonna do, even though Melfix hasn't played it, Melfix, if you say no to this, I'm gonna punch you in the jaw. The next video game review we're gonna do is Resident Evil 7. I don't care. Shut up, Craig.
Austin.